So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to this channel, where in today's video I want to sit down and just go through the elixirs with you, because the elixirs are basically like the Gobblegum in Black Ops 3, but they've been reskinned and reimagined to be elixirs rather than something that you chew. And instead of chewing them, what you do in this game is that you drink them, but I want to just sit down and actually go through every single elixir that we have in Black Ops 4 thus far, and basically read the description for any of you who don't have the game but you want to know what elixirs are in this game. So without further ado, let's get straight into the create a class section, where you will find your elixirs. You'll have perks as well. I will do the perks in a separate video that I'll upload later on today, so that'll be down in the description below or up in the card in the right hand corner if you want to go and check out the perks video as well. But in this video we're going to be focusing on the elixirs. So we're going to click on any of the elixirs and it will bring us up this class, and what we have is the classics, commons, rares, legendary and epics. But we're going to go over to the first one, which is the classics. And what they've done is they've gotten rid of all of the OP Gobblegum, so we don't have Perkaholic and we don't have other Gobblegum that just made Black Ops 3 really easy. And any of the ones that have come into Black Ops 4 have been really nerfed, either with the actual use itself or the amount of times you can actually use these elixirs has been reduced. So we're going to go through each one and we're going to try and explain every one. Okay, so for the first one we have Always Done Swiftly, which is the same as Black Ops 3. Which is to walk faster while aiming, raise and lower your weapon to aim more quickly. This is an instant activation which lasts for 5 minutes. Now, I never really used this one in Black Ops 3, so I can't remember how long it lasted for, but 5 minutes sounds about right for this type of elixir. So the next one we have is Anywhere But Here, again the same as Black Ops 3, which is an instant activation, and you instantly teleport to a random location. What is different though from Black Ops 3 to now is that a concussive blast will knock away any nearby zombies, keeping you safe. So in Black Ops 3, all you had was the fact that you would instantly teleport to a different location, but now in Black Ops 4, they've updated it a bit so it actually has a blast that knocks away any nearby zombies, just to make sure you can use this elixir safely without getting downed while you're using it. On to the next one is Burned Out, again the same as in Black Ops 3, I think it's literally the same. Instant activation which lasts for 3 hits. The next time you take melee damage, nearby zombies will burst into flames. I think that's literally the same. I think it's 5 hits in Black Ops 3 if I'm not mistaken, like 5 uses per Gobblegum rather than 3 uses per this elixir. So that's the only change that they would have made there, is that they lowered it from 5 uses to 3 uses. On to the next one, which is called Equipped Mint, which is one that we haven't seen before, and it's an instant activation which refreshes cooldown on equipment. So this basically means that when you use equipment like your Tomahawk in Mob of the Dead, which is the Hell's Retriever, or when you use something else which is like that, you actually have a cooldown period of time where you have to wait to use it again. By using this will make sure that the cooldown will be faster so you can use the equipment more often. And next one is Head Scan. This is an instant activation that lasts for 2 minutes, and the description reads as headshots have a chance to insta-kill. Pretty self-explanatory. If you use this one, just make sure you go for the headshots and you probably will kill the zombies a lot quicker than what you would otherwise. On to our next one, which is Temporal Gift. Instant activation lasts for 5 minutes and all power-ups will last longer. So again, the exact same as Black Ops 3, doesn't really need any explanation. I literally think they've not even changed this one at all. It's the same amount of time and it's the same effect with this elixir. Next up we have Aftertaste, which is an instant activation that lasts for 1 down, and it keeps all perks after being revived. So again, Aftertaste is the same in Black Ops 3, but in this case we only have 1 activation, whereas in Black Ops 3, if I remember correctly, we had 3 activations. This one might actually be a bit more of a useful elixir than it was in Black Ops 3, just because in Black Ops 3 we had so many Gobblegum that overpowered this one that it was never really needed, whereas in Black Ops 4 we don't really have one that contends with it at the moment. So at the moment, if you want to keep all your perks after you go down, this is probably an elixir you want to use. Next up we have Point Drops, which is again instant activation. It will drop 500 of your points as a power up, and then this basically will mean that another teammate can come over and pick up some points from you. So it's sort of a way for you to transfer money from yourself to a teammate. It sort of sucks that you have to use an elixir in order to actually do this, but it is a classic, which means you have unlimited uses, so at least there's that. But still, I would prefer if they would have put something in the game which is more of an Easter egg or just a bank type system in order to do this. Up next we have Entrapment, which is an instant activation that lasts for 30 seconds. You're immune to player initiated trap damage. So basically, if your teammate was to activate a trap and you accidentally walk into it, if you have this elixir on by any chance, then you're safe and you won't get damaged by this trap. But do be warned, if you do use it, it is only 30 seconds, so that's not a long time in order to stand inside of a trap and make the most of that time. The next one we have is Nowhere But There. instant activation, which teleports to a downed player's location. This is actually pretty useful, so if your teammate goes down and they're on the other side of the map, you can quickly pop a nowhere but there, and then you can be right at the teammate, you can revive them up, and then you can carry on with the game. Now you see me. Instant activation, all zombies will chase you for 15 seconds. Very similar, if not the exact same actually, as the one in Black Ops 3. However, I do feel like in Black Ops 3, the chasing time was like 30 seconds rather than 15 seconds, but still it's one of those Elixirs / Gobblegum that I don't think most people will use, because I never really used it inside of Black Ops 3, and I feel like I'm not going to use it inside of this game. But if for any reason you want to use this, and of course the Elixir is right there for you to use. Next one we have is Arsenal Accelerator, which is an instant activation that lasts for 5 minutes, and it charges your special weapon faster. So if you didn't know, you actually have special weapons inside of Black Ops 4 zombies, and what you have to do is kill zombies, get hit markers, etc., and this will slowly charge your special weapons, similar to like how you had in Black Ops 3 actually with like the Scholar Nun Sapway and the Ragnaroks and that type of thing. You have to charge them up as you get kills, so this will basically charge up that special weapon faster. The next one we have is Pop Shocks, which is an auto activation when melee attacking zombies. You have 5 activations, and melee attacks trigger an electrostatic discharge electrocuting nearby zombies. So the exact same as Black Ops 3 again. 5 uses in both games, the exact same effect in both games, doesn't really need explaining. This will probably be quite useful against the boss zombies as well. So that will probably be why they put it as available to unlock at level 31. But once you get to that level, unless you prestige or something, you're going to have Pop Shocks as much as you like, because again it's a classic elixir, which means you have unlimited uses. Next one is Stock Option, which is an instant activation, lasts for 2 minutes. Ammo is taken from the stockpile instead of your weapon's magazine. The same as Black Ops 3 again, it's basically just a way for you to spray down all your enemies. If you don't want to reload, just spray them out, and it will waste your ammo really quickly. To be fair, I used it a couple times. I can't remember how long it activated in Black Ops 3. 2 minutes sounds about right again. Probably an elixir that I won't use myself that often, but it's again there if you need to. And the very last classic gobblegun that we have for now inside of Black Ops 4 is one they brought in from Black Ops 3 zombies, which is Newtonian Negation, which activates immediately and lasts for 25 minutes, and zombies killed will fall straight up. So the whimsical gobbleguns are just for a bit of fun. They have no effect onto your gameplay whatsoever. They are literally there for a bit of fun, and I love the fact they introduced the whimsical gobblegum into Black Ops 3, but we only saw 4 or 5 whimsical gobblegums, so there wasn't that many. I would like to see more and new ideas as well in Black Ops 4 zombies. At the moment we have one from the get-go, so that's a good sign right there. And that is all of the classic gobblegums thus far inside of Black Ops 4 zombies. So next we're going to go over to the common section. These are ones that you have to get inside of the little mixing station. There you have to earn these little jars. I can't remember what they're called, but you have to earn these little jars, which are basically liquid divinium. And then you spin them up the exact same way you would in Black Ops 3 to get your gobblegums, but now it's just in a reskinned version. So the first one in the common section is called Ctrl Z, or Ctrl Z for you computer nerds out there, which is also a computer shortcut to undo something. And this is an instant activation for 15 seconds, and it turns zombies near you into allies with a max of 2. I think that means a max of 2 zombies will be turned into allies. This is basically turned in the form of an elixir, so that's pretty cool to see. I haven't actually earned one yet, but I'm sure to use one when I earn one. The next up we have Dead of Nuclear Winter. Instant activation spawns a nuke power-up. You only have one. I believe in Black Ops 3 we had 2 activations, but in this game we only have the 1 activation per elixir. Next up we have In Plain Sight, which is an instant activation which makes you invisible to zombies for 10 seconds. The same as Black Ops 3, apart from the fact they've lowered it from 30 seconds to 10 seconds, so if you're going to use it in plain sight to revive your teammate for instance, you want to be a lot quicker, because in Black Ops 3 it was easier with 30 seconds. Now in this game, if you've got 10 seconds to pop this and then go and revive a teammate, it could be a little bit harder because you're strapped for time. Next up we have our old friend the Licensed Contractor. Instant activation spawns a carpenter power up. Nothing else to be said there. Again, lowered from 3 uses into 1 use into this game from Black Ops 3. Next up we have Phantom Reload, which is instant activation, lasts for 4 minutes, which reads, sometimes reloading does not use ammo. Now I've never used this one, so I don't know exactly what it means, but what I can only assume is that maybe when you've got like half a magazine and you reload, it doesn't use like that half a magazine that you need to reload with. So in essence, you are getting more bullets when you use this elixir, and because it lasts for 4 minutes, it's actually a pretty good amount of time to actually use this on a gun. And I wonder if it will work on wonder weapons or not. That's something I'll have to test out as soon as I get one of those. But on to the next one, we have Sword Flay, and this is an instant activation, lasts for 1 minute, and melee attacks deal zombies 5 times as much damage. The same as Black Ops 3, I think the time has been reduced a little bit, but that's still a pretty decent amount of time to have 5 times as much damage with your melee. And the last one in the comments section is going to be Who's Keeping Score, which is an instant activation, spawns a double point power up. Pretty simple, the exact same as Black Ops 3 again, but only 1 activation rather than 3. Next we're going to go look at the rare elixirs. So the first one is Alchemical Antithesis. Now this might be a bit of a shame for some of you who love your high rounds and love the Alchemical Antithesis being a classic gobblegum. Now you actually have to earn them, and it's an instant activation that lasts for 1 minute. Every 10 points earned is instead awarded with 1 ammo in the stock of the current weapon. So I think this will still work with like wonder weapons and whatnot, that's why it's in the rare section, but unfortunately it's not going to be an unlimited use like it was in Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3, I think with the gobblegums was so overpowered, I think people are going to have a hard time adjusting to the whole new like elixir system and how they're not as overpowered as what they were in Black Ops 3. Next one we have Blood Debt. Instant activation lasts for 3 minutes, and instead of losing health, you lose points. Amount lost increase each time you are hit until max amount is hit. If you have 0 points, you die. So this might be something that's worth using on like high rounds. So obviously in the high rounds, people have nothing to spend their points on, and instead they just have like a really high chance of getting hit because they have so many zombies, and they have all these points that they need to use. So use this on like a round 50 or something, and like you have the potential in those 3 minutes while this is activated to get hit once or twice. You'll lose a few points, but it doesn't matter because you gain points ridiculously fast, and you don't need them because you're on such a high round, you've got everything in the map at that time. I can see this being pretty good elixir only in the higher rounds, so in the lower rounds I don't know if it's going to be that useful. But on to the next one, which is Extra Credit, which again is brought in from Black Ops 3, which is instant activation, which spawns a personal 1250 point power up. Only 1 activation as opposed to 3 in Black Ops 3 again. Next one we have is Emulation Liquidation, which is to spawn a fire sale power up. Again, only 1 activation and not 3 like in Black Ops 3. That's probably a little bit better. It was really overpowered in Black Ops 3 and like people just used it forever. And I do feel like that the fire sales inside of Black Ops 4 so far are like really rare. I've only seen 1 out of all the games that I've played so far. But going on to the next elixir, we have Killjoy, which is to spawn an insta-kill power-up. Same as Black Ops 3, only 1 activation. On to the next one, we have Shields Up, which is to give a new shield. So what I believe this is if your shield is running low and you're nowhere near the shield to be able to pick it up, you can pop this and then it'll just give you a brand new shield. That will be everything in the rare section for now until we have more DLC elixirs. We're going to go over to the legendary section. The first one in here is called Free Fire. Instant activation lasts for 30 seconds and fire weapons without using up bullets. So basically this is just infinite ammo for 30 seconds. That's a pretty good one. If I ever get it, I'll probably be able to use it like against bosses or something. This will probably be used in like boss fights and stuff by people because, you know, unlimited ammo, just do all the damage that you can in those 30 seconds. Next one we have Power Keg, which instant activation spawns a full power up. Now I keep on seeing these dropped in certain maps like 9 and Void of Despair. I've seen these swords being dropped as a power up and I keep on picking them up having no idea what they were. Reading this I have a better idea of what they do. It's actually described as full power, so what I can take from that is that you'd either get like all your health back or like your special weapon will gain all its full power back or something along those lines. I don't know at this point while recording this video, but whatever it does, it spawns one of those. The next one we have is Undead Man Walking, which is an instant activation, only lasts for 1 minute as opposed to 3 in Black Ops 3, and it slows down all zombies to shambling speed. So again, if you're on a high round, you want to take a break for a minute, then just use one of these and it'll just slow the zombies down. It could even make Easter eggs a lot easier depending on how the Easter eggs go in this game. Up to the next one we have Wall-to-Wall Clearance, which is instant activation that lasts for 30 seconds, wall by fire sale. Now I'm not too sure if this literally will make a fire sale like purchasable by wall buy, or if it means that any weapon on the wall in that map you're able to buy at a ridiculously cheap rate. Regardless, it's in the legendary spot, so it means it must be a pretty good elixir to use. We're going to go on to the epic section, which is the very last section. We have 3 in here, and the first one is Cashback. So this shows you with Black Ops 3 having cashback as like a normal gobblegum, like one that you still have to earn, not in the classics, but like a normal gobblegum that you get quite often. Cashback is in the epic, which means it's hardest to get. And I actually have none of these at the moment. And as you all know from Black Ops 3, cashback spawns a max ammo power up. On to the next one we have Join the Party, which all players in Spectate will spawn in immediately. So that's actually really awesome. So if you're on a 4-player game and 3 of your teammates go down and die and you're able to clutch it and you save like 1 zombie at the end of the round, you pop this, all your teammates spawn in at the end of the round, they get all their things set up again before you kill the last zombie and go on to the next round. That's actually a pretty cool elixir, and I'm glad they put it in the epic slot because it would be quite overpowered to use. And the very last one we have, as you can probably tell because it is imported from Black Ops 3, is Wall Power. And it auto-activates on your next wall buy gun purchase, which the next gun bought off the wall becomes a Pack-a-Punch gun. The exact same as Black Ops 3. That is every single elixir inside of Black Ops 4 at the moment. If there's any new ones in the future, I will be sure to update you guys as and when they come out. If there's any that stick out to you, if there's any that you particularly like, do put them down in the comment section below and let me know which ones you like the sound of. Or if there's any of them that you think are in the wrong section, like if you think Wall Power should be in the common section rather than epic, then again let me know down in the comment section below. I'd like to see what you guys think about this. I personally think it's a lot more balanced in terms of the elixirs than what the Gobbleguns were in Black Ops 3. But regardless, I'm going to end the video there, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not yet, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more zombies content. Like the video, and with all that out of the way, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll catch all of you in the next one. Peace out. Like to be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, again, sugar, and hopefully we'll meet again.